Hello and welcome to Animaniac. Today, in Let's Talk episode, we're gonna talk about an anime that I recently talked about, like it was in my highly recommended anime. I mean, the anime is not yet over, but I was fortunate enough to get a sneak peek in the end. So I'm just gonna talk about, like, in general, my opinion about the anime. I'm not gonna give any spoilers because obviously I don't want the whole anime production team to go like for it also against me. But I got a sneak peek into the anime, and I know how it's the first part at least is gonna end. So the anime that we're gonna talk about today is called Sakamoto Days. I know I made a video about how Sakamoto Days is great and how it's really entertaining for me. But I've been talking to a couple of friends, and like they watch different kind of animes. Some are into the romance and genre, some are into isekai genre. So various people have different opinion about it. Some feel like the pace for animes like Dan the Dan and for Sakamoto Days can be nauseating because like they're super fast and they feel like it's getting the motion sick. Like it's like the camera pans and just goes right left too fast, or the scenes are going too fast and they are getting like anxious. And I can understand if you're feeling that way. But overall, for me, as a person who gets adrenaline rush from what you see, I also get panicked when I see blood or like too much gore. But since it's an anime and animes, since it's in the form of DVD, I think it doesn't affect me as that much as if I was watching a live action movie, right? So for me, Sakamoto Days is the perfect combination of fast-paced action with the blend of anime because of anime I don't have to deal with the high gore or high blood. It's just a high paced action anime where he just beats up, kills not he technically can't kill people anymore, but he beats up people and he tries to stay out of trouble because, as you know, on the base premise, Sakamoto is retired and has built his own family, has a child, and has married a beautiful woman who doesn't like violence or his past crime life. And the only condition she married Sakamoto and wanted to be with him is if he could leave his past behind. But as you all know, the the past never leaves you behind. It always follows you back, and that's what's happening in Sakamoto. If you give you a brace premise, I'm not gonna spoil too much for you, but like to give you understanding, Sakamoto, I think it's already shown in the PV. Sakamoto was the legendary gangster, respected by all his fellow mates and feared by all his rivals. When I say rivals, I mean the the other organizations, like other rackets and organizations. So he was kind of a big deal. And then one day he met this woman in a convenience store, and she fell in love. Then he asked her out. They started dating. He I think at that time she was doing a part-time job, and while doing her graduation, and later on after her graduation, she started a convenience store known as the Sakamoto store or something like that. I don't remember the exact name. The translation comes out as Sakamoto stores somehow. So they too build a small convenience store in the corner of the city, live a peaceful life away from all these hustle and bustles. And Sakamoto was living the best of his life until the organization that he worked for, as they say, JAA, Japanese Assassination Association, they put a hit on him and they wanted him dead because he broke the code and just leave without any notice, or like just left the organization. I, he was there, one of the finest assassins, so they kind of lost one of the big heads. You know what I'm saying? So they were kind of pissed off. I don't exactly know if it's the J or his subordinates who put, or like his pupils who put the hit, but someone put the hit, and he's kind of in this place where every once in a while there's some assassins sent to try to kill him. And some of them are foolish and they don't even require one episode to be tackled with, whereas some of them are really good. Although no one is as match for Sakamoto, despite him being truly out of shape, he still hones his skills and is one of the top of his game. And with every time he encounters, I think he makes uh, companions on the way when encountering these kind of people, including one of his uh, first ever duos, which is the clairvoyant Shin Asakura, who has supernatural abilities who can read people's minds. Kind of like, what was it called? I forgot the person from X-Men, the X-Men Origins kind of stuff. Professor X or something? Forgot his name. Whatever, the person in the wheelchair. So yeah, as he knows, he becomes like Professor X style. He can read people's minds. He can adapt with people's like play a fighting style. But over the time, he meets people who can beat him to the punch and read his basically his every move and stuff like that. That kind of gets annoying at some point. So yeah, he just lashes out at those kind of people. And so after meeting Clairvoyant, he starts grouping up with other people who are on his side and doesn't mind him living the peaceful life. And he just makes a couple of friends on the way. Obviously, he has his homies to back him up from the organization as well sometimes. But overall, like I think, when I rethink about Sakamoto, I think that it's like when you see Sakamoto's premise, it's not something extraordinary, right? So what makes this anime so special? I mean, initially I was rethinking myself, why did I say that this anime will be the next hit? It's not something special. It's not something you have not like they have tried not before. Like there's been the ways of house husband where a yakuza leader becomes a house husband and he is here to serve his wife and he is trying to be a normal homie. You know what I'm saying? Then it's like we already had the ways of house husband. How does Sakamoto days make it better? I think is with the ways of house husbands is I would say more into the comedy genre. It's like the anime is more comical, whereas this anime Sakamoto Days is kind of like in the same realm as John Wick. Like it's literally the anime version of John Wick. But the thing is, unlike John Wick, you try to live a peaceful life away from the organization or the whatever that was called in John Wick's universe. They kill his wife and kill his two dogs, and then he goes ballsy. In this, at least Sakamoto is able to save his family, and to protect his family, he's just going to any lengths to, I think, as far as go against the organization. It's not clear what's he gonna do because part two is not out yet, and I just complete part one, but I'm really excited to see what part two brings. Part two starts from July, so we have a couple of months to think over what's going on in Sakamoto's brain. But overall, I think the things that some people don't like is the fast-paced action, the quick scene change, the adrenaline rush this each scene gives, or like in general the combats, or like the fist hand-to-hand combats, or like the supernatural way where Sakamoto deals with these kind of adversities despite him going out of shape and stuff like that. The way he is abnormally normal makes the anime really cool and interesting. Like he's the superhuman but despite going out of shape, is really this the world's strongest assassin, and or I would say Japan's strongest assassin, and kind of really impressed me. Like you just see him fighting and to build this family of his, like his people who can connect with his plans for a peaceful life, and like it's really interesting to see that, and I think that's what makes Sakamoto Days really interesting in my opinion. And when I look at him and like sort of compare him with what's it called, the way of house husband, I think I'm gonna make a separate video about comparison next video about it, like where I compare these kind of animes. I'm listing a lot of kind of animes that I'm gonna compare with. So there are a lot of series that are coming up, and next video there's gonna be another surprise series. But anyways, my point is, Sakamoto Days is not just a regular action anime. It has story, it has depth, it has character building, and it's pretty interesting, I think. And I would highly recommend you to, if you're not motion sick, if you don't get hit by anxiety every time there's a critical scene, Sakamoto Days is a really, really fun anime for y'all. And that's all for my video. Hope you like this video. Found this video interesting. So press the like button. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell notification if you want to get notified about future updates or like future video updates. And that's all for this video. Hope you like this video. So mm, we'll see you guys in the next video. Till then, peace out.